I'm ready to chill out. We're gonna play some PoE 2 today because I don't feel like messing with FTL. My voice and my body and my brain are too tired to mess with FTL even on a viewership day. So we are playing some Path of Exile. We are level 51, halfway to level 52, and at level 52 I can finally get Cluster Grenade. I was messing with the build planner before the stream to figure out how I want to do supports and stuff. A lot of the supports I want are tier 3 supports, which I haven't unlocked yet, so. But hope everyone's having a good day. We're jumping right into this is PoE 2. I played a bunch off stream. Playing another character, playing ow. You shot me. You shot me. Playing actually another mercenary, to be honest. Trying different build out. Understandable what? That I don't want to mess with FTL today? Well, I kind of never want to mess with FTL, but I'm just too tired even to think about FTL right now. Although I was responding to YouTube messages before, and most of my comments that I get are on my FTL videos, so I responded to a couple of those, but it's just... I'm ready for this season to be over. That's what it is. I'm ready for caroling season to be done. Because my voice is shot. I had two days in a row with 4-hour gigs, two-hour gigs outdoors, so my voice, singing outdoors is just always the worst. It's, even if it's not that cold, it's so hard to not oversing when you're outside. So I'm sure I did plenty of over-singing last 2 days, and that's why my voice is so shot. And I love these explosions, man. Double, mercenary, combo, meal, deal. That's right. The other mercenary I'm playing, I kind of wanted to try some, like, elemental skills. And I ended up... I was trying to make him more like a caster, but as I kept trying out different abilities, I found that the elemental skill I liked the most was a skill called, I think it's called Galvanized Bolts, which are these shotgun electric lightning bolts, and they're really cool. So I'm building around electric lightning damage with the other ascendancy called the Gemling Legionnaire on my other guy, and I might eventually play him on stream too, but I gotta say, I've missed my grenades playing this other build. These grenades are fun, and we're about to unlock, I think, the best grenade in the game, the cluster grenades. I think they're the best ones. But they might not be the best for high damage bleeds, because they do convert a small amount of their damage to fire. So that's why I was looking at a character planner earlier to figure out what supports I want to use. I'm sounding a bit crispy. Yeah. Yes. I'm sure in my head I sound a lot more just low and more baritone-y today than I do in real life, but you know, I know what my voice usually feels and sounds like, and it feels very different because of how tired it is. So apologies if my energy is lower or my vocal sounds are sounding unenergized. Although that's part of the reason I'm streaming, because when I stream, I talk. So hopefully it'll slowly warm my voice back up today, because I do have a 2-hour gig tonight. I'm going to do probably about a 4-hour stream today. But I have a gig tonight, and I need to kind of force my voice awake for 2 more days. Tomorrow is going to be the longest day. I'm going to have a 2-hour gig, and then 3 1-hour gigs at my church job, so I'll be singing all the way up to like midnight tomorrow night, which is crazy. Alright. It's crazy. I hope Gunther shows up today in stream, because Gunther randomly was at the gig that I did last night. Or yesterday afternoon. I was at an outdoor gig. And this tall, very fit dude comes up and shakes my hand. Is like, "Hey, good to see you." I'm like, "Do I know you?" Like, Gunther on Twitch. And I was completely in a different headspace. I'm like, "Who's Gunther? I don't know a Gunther." "Oh, on Twitch. Oh, on the stream. Holy crap!" So, I met a fellow Twitch user in real life. My two worlds collided, and my brain was not prepared for it. It was really cool. I wish my brain had responded quicker. I could have chatted with him more, but was hanging out with my other singer friends at the end of the gig when he'd stop by. It's really funny. This zone's so crazy. You can't see through the corn stalks. Alright. But yeah, I might not be talking as much as normal today, although it probably depends on how active chat is. And with me playing Path of Exile 2, not FTL, and it being so close to the holidays, there's probably a lot of people out of town, so I'm sure... Ow! Holy crap, that was painful. I'm sure my chat's gonna be way less active today, so... We'll all be chill today. It was 2 days before Christmas, and all through the stream, not a person was chatting, not even a meme. What's up, Cowd? How are you doing? Rand Hunter, is that me? That's me. Advanced. So it seems like because they wanted to get to working on endgame rather than finishing the campaign first, they're kind of doing what Diablo 2 did, in that once you get to the higher difficulty, they have laced boots were, I think, a low-level thing, so now they have advanced laced boots. And that's what their way of having a higher tier of item is. It's the same, I think, base item, but they call it advanced or whatever, so it's a next tier up, I think. I think Diablo 2 did a similar thing. Bring in the dogs. There they are. I gotta siphon my flash charges. Don't do that. I need a level 13 skill gem in order to learn whatchamacallit. cluster grenade. Oh my gosh, I have like heartburn or something going on. I don't know. I've been getting heartburn more often lately, and I don't know what's causing it. Heartburn sucks. Feels like you're like having a heart attack, but it's just like this chest pain. What's the next gold? Yeah, cluster grenade. I'm 3 bubbles from the level I need, and I need a level 13 skill gem, which I don't know if I found any skill gems yet. Oh, proximal tangibility. I need to be next to him to do damage. That's an acceptable reuse of assets. It just means you need to get advanced everything. That's right. Advanced all the things. That sounds bad. What, heartburn? Yeah, heartburn does. It feels bad. I think it's more of a... I actually looked it up the other day when I couldn't sleep because of heartburn. I was looking up, how bad is heartburn? It's like, people mistakenly think heartburn for a heart attack. It's actually a gastrointestinal something. So I probably ate something last night that is making me not feel very good or something. Or stress. Maybe it's stress. Of Christmas never-ending gigs. Probably most physical and sicknesses you have are often exacerbated when you're stressed out, and I'm definitely tired and stressed from this season. What's up, Gunther? There you are. So, Gunther, it was crazy to see you at my gig yesterday, and I apologize if I was slow in my response. I think you said something like, hey, it's me, Gunther from Twitch, and I was like, I was in a completely different mode of thinking. Like, do I know a Gunther? Wait, Twitch? Wait, stream? Wait, what? So, heartburn's no fun. It is no fun. You can hear in my voice I've had a busy gig season. Yeah, my voice is shot. Yeah, I was definitely in gig mode. But like, Gunther walks up. He's like this super tall, super fit dude. I'm like, why is this professional football player? Like, I feel like I should be asking him for his autograph, saying hi to me. I'm just some random guy singing carols. And this guy looks like he should play for the Texas Rangers or something. I was like, man. Reminds me of this this guy named John Goddard I used to know. Well, I still know him, but I haven't seen him in years. He's like 6'8". He's a doctor, and every time I talk to him, I'm looking straight up because he's like twice my height almost, it feels like. I'm like, I feel like you're the general in an army, and I'm some little short dude in your army saying, put me in, coach. I have small man syndrome is what I'm saying. When you're in a particular left spot in your life, you experienced heartburn and stomach ulcers caused by stress. Yeah, you can confirm, yeah. I could be Napoleon. Didn't Napoleon like die when he was betrayed by somebody or something? I don't know that I want to be Napoleon. Although Napoleon in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is pretty hilarious. What does he say? Pit? Like this guy who can't speak English and just has this probably very bad French accent. I can't think. My brain is fried as much as my voice is. I can't remember Napoleon's lines from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Big dudes are in battle, short kings are in the back calling the shots. Short kings, that's right. my brain's... I'm ready for this season to be over. I'm so ready. Although I did get one extra day off from gigging last Friday. A gig canceled, so... But still. It's been a gig every day except that one day. Alright. So, one thing I did off stream, before the stream, is I planned out my build a bit to figure out where I want to go. Because basically, if I want bleeds to be my main damage, I basically got everything that was like ailment buffing. And ailment chance. Question is, where do I want to go currently? I got some stats. I think I have the stats I need. Yeah, I got the stats I needed. I went here to get some stats, I think, for my ability to use can't think right now. The cluster grenade. Alright, so I'm looking for a chance to inflict bleeding duration. There's right here. That's projectile damage. There's ailment stuff over here. Magnitude of ailment. What is my current... Whoops. My current chance to inflict bleed with flash grenade. 152. And it's 72% without chance to inflict bleed. It's such a weird thing. So I have 72% chance to inflict bleed right now when I'm not using chance to inflict bleeding. And I want to not use that. So I think I want to go over here, which is chance to inflict ailments next. It also has some magnitude of ailments over there. So I think that's where I'm going to head next. No, I'm going to do this one first, actually. That's 10% chance to inflict ailments, and over here we got 6%, 6%, 6% over there. Yeah. Rand got his PoE 2 bachelor's. He is using external tools. Yay, I got my bachelor's. Who died to arsenic wallpaper? Oh, Napoleon did? Okay. Gunther, the wife, and I went out to eat one night in the design district. The hostess asked if he played sports. He said, I used to, and I think they thought you were a retired NBA player. Can the external calculator calculate damage? I don't think so, but what it does do is it gives you an overview of what your tree is doing. So it lets you know, it highlights the things you've taken. So I have, you know, currently 45% to inflict bleeding from my tree, 63% chance to inflict ailments. Now the thing is, I don't know how these interact with each other. Because I'm pretty sure it's not 45% plus 63%. I think this is 63% increased chance of this 45% base. But you know, I could be wrong. But I think it's something like that. It's this whole additive versus multiplicative thing, which is always hard to parse sometimes. Always sometimes hard to parse. At least for me, bad at math, you know.
Try this on the size.
Napoleon was exiled to a private island with a fancy house complete with bright green arsenic-laced wallpaper. When the sea air deteriorated the wallpaper, he inhaled the arsenic. Rough way to go. Yikes. Yeah, I saw some YouTube video talking about green wallpaper was all the rage. And the person who was making it to get that color to be super vibrant was using some arsenic or something, and everybody was getting poisoned, and I guess Napoleon got caught up in that. I did not know that's how Napoleon died, though, I'll be honest. History, not my strong suit. History and math. Man, Shroud Walker.
Here it comes!
Uncut skill gem. 13? No, level 12. Yeah, cluster grenade requires level 13 uncut skill gem. But I do have the stats for it. 66 strength, 66 dex. Just barely enough. Transcendent life flask. Ooh, I think that's the first level or tier of life flask I've gotten for transcendent level. PEMDAS and PoE to trick everyone to learn arithmetic. PEM. I don't know what that is. Somebody on YouTube actually commented on one of my PoE videos talking about when I was trying to calculate the bleed chance, not understanding how I was not understanding how I was calculating. Mentioned something about it being a additive thing or a multiplicative thing. So what I think is happening is, so if I take off chance to bleed here, my flash grenade has 76% chance to inflict bleeding. And I believe that's from all of, like, chance to inflict bleeding. I think that's a flat chance. But I think increased chance to inflict ailments. Increased chance. Yeah, I think the keyword here is increased. So this is just a 5% chance to inflict bleeding. Now, so whatever our flat chance of inflicting bleeding is, this increased chance increases that flat chance by a percentage, I think. So every percent chance increased chance to apply ailment. Like I just applied this, I just got this extra 10% increased chance. And we were at like 72 and it went up by 4%, even though this said it was a 10% increased chance. So it's this weird additive, multiplicative thingamajigger going on. Yeah, order of operations, I guess. Ah, is that what PEMDA is? What? Percentage, something, multiply, divide, attract, subtract. What's up, man? Happy 2 days before Christmas to you, my friend. How am I doing there with my thesis? I think I earned my bachelor's because I'm using the PoE planner now, occasionally. So that means I have my bachelor's according to, who was it that said that? Gunther or Cowd or somebody. Alright, before we do this fight, I'm gonna clear my inventory here. Oh, I can't. I'm in the boss fight, apparently. Parentheses, exponent, then multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Okay. It's been too long since I've been in a math class. I don't remember. I do remember multiplying, dividing as before, adding and subtracting. That's about all I remember. And I probably did remember the parentheses too. Okay. Here's your loot. Can I get a tier 13 thing? No, the passives are nice. I do like those a lot. That's quality. Dex. 300 mana. Not as much. It's taken from life anyway. 710 heal compared to 1022. I got a transcendent. Damn it, it's taken from life. Alright, it's taken from mana, and I don't like that. So, no thanks. Okay. I like to hold on to rings. gonna go deconstruct. Oh, I unlocked the forging bench and I forgot about that. That lets you re-roll 3 items of the same type, I believe. So, like, if I took 3 sapphire rings, I could, like, re-roll them. Actually, I'm curious. I'm going to try this. I haven't used this yet. If I take 3 of these iron rings that I'm not really using and I don't think are that good, if I put them here, will I get a yellow? I'll get a blue unidentified. Okay. So I'm guessing it reforges it into whatever rarity the 3 types you put in. So if I put in 3 yellows, it'll probably give me a yellow. Is it just you or is my voice shot? Nope. Nope, it's my voice. My voice is shot. Alright, do I have a level 13 gem? No, I only have level 12. Apparently need high school math to get the highest number damage. Yes, apparently so. You transition to grenades, Madman. You discovered there are just no really close nodes to make an effective shotgun Merc until high enough level. Well, I'm playing a second Merc off stream, and I am going shotgun with the galvanized, whatever it's called, galva something. Actually, I was moving this way for magnitude of ailments. I think I'm gonna get Dex and Strength over here. Dex. Strength. I'm actually going to move here first so I can get this chance to inflict. Because the other thing I was doing on the PoE planner was planning out what my support gems want to be for my, 6-link bleed grenades. And from what I can tell, cluster grenades and flash grenades are going to be my 2 main damage. Cluster grenade to clear AoE packs. Flash grenades to it has no conversion of damage, so it's pure physical, so I get the biggest bleeds off of this. So my plan for flash grenade was long fuse gives my grenade skills more damage. Basically everything that has more damage on it. Magnitude of bleeding. Exploit weakness. So gas grenade I'm gonna support gas grenade to make it break armor as quickly as possible. I'm going to use flash grenade to consume the fully broken armor to deal 50% more damage. So I'll get bigger bleeds. Brutality is straight up more physical damage and just won't do any chaos or elemental. And then heft is more maximum physical damage. So basically all physical damage on flash grenade. Gas grenade's going to do the corrosion, which breaks the armor. Increase the magnitude of the poison because it breaks armor equal to the poison damage. So more poison damage, more armor break. Demolisher makes it break even more armor. And when it breaks armor, it'll apply daze. I think there might be another one that when it breaks armor, it can do something. And then more skilled effect duration, I think will make the poison stay longer. And then cluster grenade has a conversion of physical to fire. So I'm not going as all in on the bleeds on this. But there's a tier 3 support that makes it have a chance to activate a second time more likely. Twice as many uses. 2 extra projectiles. Aggravate bleeding. So my thought is, if I'm bleeding with my flash grenade, I can aggravate it with the cluster grenade. And then it fires off faster. I'm not sure about the cluster grenade supports. But that's kind of the supports I've been looking at. Let's see. Shotgun starts falling off damage-wise from grenades, which have multi-shot, +1 on it. Crossbow, +1 on skill nodes. Instant detonation. Shotguns don't produce enough to compete. Yeah. What's up, Shogi? Good morning to you. So I'm going to actually take off these 2, because I want to move into these. Increased chance and magnitude of damaging ailments. So let me respec a couple points here.
How can I advise?
Let's try something else.
There. I'm going to take those off. Still have that. Okay. So I'm going to go... what stat do I need? I probably need a little more int, to be honest. But let me go. How many support slots do I have? I have plenty of decks. Decent number of strength. Alright, I'm gonna get int here. And then... Alright, 6% increased chance to inflict ailments. Let's look at what this does. Currently, I have 76% chance to inflict bleeding. I'm getting a 6% increased chance and increased magnitude. So, let's see how this 6% applies here. 76 and 32.47 is a bleeding damage. So the 6% increased chance to inflict ailments, it becomes 76 to 79. And this went from like 32 to 33 damage. So it's almost like I don't know how to do the math, but it's like if it says 6% increased chance to inflict ailments, it's like half of that. So we're almost to 80% chance. So this should be like 82%, 85%, 85% chance to bleed if I get all those nodes. What's up, Grima? Am I ready to be jolly? I don't know if jolly's how I would describe myself right now. I'm not quite bah humbug, but I'm definitely ready for Christmas season to be done. Yeah, I have a gig today, and I hope my voice will be warmed up by the time I'm at the end of the stream because of just talking to you all wonderful people. People are at tier 10 maps without 6 links. You would establish my sport gem priorities. Yeah. I do know that it's... Hey, thanks for the 9 months. Pitch baby, man. I do know that it takes a while to get your 6 links, for sure. Yep, 2 days till Christmas. Be nice if they pulled back the curtain a bit and just show you the equation. Well, there probably are people who do know the equation, and I'm just not. I don't have my masters yet. Only my bachelors.
No escape. Not this time.
Only my bachelors, not my masters.
This is personal. Choke on this!
Yeah, it gets done, bro. Oh, dodge this way. I'm roll spamming. I'm playing friggin' Dark Souls. Huh. The armor break fell off. Ow. Okay, I needed to roll sideways there. Gets done, bro.
Not yet.
Easy. Pwned. Get pwned. Pwned, bro. Veil Orb, nice. Or Vol, or however you say that. Dude, these guys ever gonna stop coming? I killed your leader, bro. Alright. Level 2 support gem. Ruby, nice. I care about blues here. Oh, stop crying. But my husband was murdered in front of my eyes. I know. Baby. I mean, I feel so horrible for you. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I actually don't know the relationship of this girl to this guy. I actually don't know if it's her husband or what. It's damn ridiculous. Perfect jewelers cost like 3 divines or something. I'm glad you got your Bach. What? Rand, do you have any recommendations for Christmas Eve service in Dallas? It's traditional, not modern.
And here I thought I'd reached the manor already.
I mean, The only one I can really recommend is the one that I sing at. So if you want to go to Lover's Lane United Methodist Church, there's a 5 o'clock, a 7 o'clock service. I'm singing at both of those. And there's 11 o'clock. If you want to be at church until midnight, just like I will be. But I don't know. If you're in the South Lake area, I don't know the churches up there. So I couldn't really give you any suggestions up there. Great enemy felled. That's right. You're glad Round found his love for burning people in other games too, not just FTL. True. Not just burning, but also bleeding. First stream is perfect. You've got a call after lunch. Seems no one, including you, takes any time off in December, and everyone still wants calls. Well, I'll be going for about 4 hours today. I won't be going for 2 hours. I'll go a little bit longer. My gig's at 5:30 today, so I can't stream right up until 5, or else I'd be late. So I usually give myself an hour or two to prepare for gigs. So I can do any vocal warm-ups I need to do, and also plan driving, because driving in Dallas sucks. Burning, bleeding, suffocating, poisoning, breaking their armor. We do all the things. I've given up, I think, on shocking. I was thinking I'd use voltaic grenades, but I think I'm spread too thin. I think I need to focus on the poison breaking armor, increasing the magnitude of the bleed, and stunning with the flash grenade. I think those are the things I need to focus. Because I feel too spread thin when I'm trying to, like, also do voltaic grenade, get shocked. There's just too many nodes. I can't get in all the nodes that I would need for that. Need to pick my brain on this game? Your build is garbage. Sure. What are you playing, Shogi? Did you say you're playing a sorceress or something? The sister-in-law and mother-in-law always want to go to servants. She lives downtown. Oh, downtown Dallas? Well, depends on how traditional you want. Because there's Incarnation Church that some of my friends sing at. And they're very, like, Gregorian chant or, like, old English Anglican stuff. There's Catholic churches. My friend Will sings at one of these Catholic churches. I forget which one. But yeah, you definitely have a lot of choices in Dallas for what kind of Christmas service you want to go to. You can use the galvanic grenades instead of explosive ones. They trigger an explosive bolts like explosive ones, but they also deal elemental damage to electrocute. They're really damn good with scatter shot. Well, I am using galvanic grenades, and galvanic bolts on my other character. I don't think galvanic grenades are going to be useful for this, because I'm not going to be buffing my elemental damage or my chance to shock or electrocute, whichever one it is. So I feel like it would be a waste for me to use a galvanic grenade on this build. I've been trying to do my research on stacking in afflictions and ailments, and it feels like you really need to focus one or two on your tree if you want them to actually be good. So but I don't know, maybe you're right. Maybe I can somehow fit in galvanic grenades, but I feel like I can't even fit them in now, and I'm not even using cluster grenade, which is going to be my other most important like clearing ability, I think. You're playing a Sorcerer Supreme. You want to be the Doctor Strange of this game. Fire and ice. You didn't do enough early damage. You think you messed up your gems. Yeah, my off-stream character, I was trying to do a kind of ice and lightning build, and what I found is the best combo I could come up with is place your firewall down in a circle, shoot, I think they're called frozen orbs or ice orbs, with the scatter shot. So you're shooting like 3 slow-moving frost orbs. They go through the fire, and they do fire and ice at the same time. And then you put frozen orb on the ground, because that pulses and reduces their ice resistance. And then if you do the shocking Nova, you could potentially do some extra damage too. But if you want to do focus fire and ice, you probably want to do some sort of fire all, frozen orb, ice orb, ice. I forget what the ability is called. That's what I found to be most effective. But I can agree with you that the damage doesn't seem great. But if you get fire and ice damage on your passive tree, you can probably get a decent amount of damage. Scattershot is a support. I can show it to you right now, actually. You right-click anything that's got a projectile on it. Flash grenade. Sometimes you have to click on show recommended. It's a tier 1, so above the 2, there's tier 1s, and it's got scattershot. Supported skills deal 20% less damage, but they fire 2 additional projectiles. So if you put this on like that frost bolt that like goes slowly forward, instead of doing 1 bolt, it'll do 3 bolts. And even though it's 20% less damage, it's kind of 3 times as much damage, just 3 times at 80% damage, whatever is that, 240% damage. So it still should be a lot better than you like shotgun the ice Nova, not Novas, orbs or something. What's up, fluffy ponies? Yeah, knowing the supports is one of the big things about your build in this game, is knowing what supports work well. And that's why I've been trying to figure out what supports I want on this grenade build. But Scattershot is... it's basically, for the people who played Path of Exile 1, it's basically multiple projectiles, which was one of the, if not the most important support gem for any projectile skill. So Scattershot, you want to put it on probably your main ability, if it's an ability that has projectiles, and it'll triple your projectiles. Toss yourself out the first story window into a rose bush. Why would you do that? Are you Sam Gamgee? Is that what he did? Yeah, it's a tier 1 support. I'm sure you have plenty of tier 1 supports. If not, just play a little bit more. You'll get them. Can you rework support gems? Oh yeah, all you gotta do is right click or left click. You can put them in and out. It's easy. Super easy to swap gems out. I'm constantly swapping my gems out as I get new abilities and want to swap them out. You're not locked in there. The only thing you're locked in that's socketed are your equipment sockets when you put the runes in them. Those are locked in. A lot of people don't like that they're locked in though. Capital, you have to roll it out early. You plan on catching my streams so often. You've been off Twitch for a long time. Catch you on YouTube still. I'm sick of FTL, though I plan on quitting it. Either way, you'll start catching PoE streams. Happy holidays. All right. It's a good long message. Glad to see you, Capital. I don't know what my future plans are right now because I'm attempting to change careers. I applied to another audio engineering studio the other day and haven't heard anything. So I don't know what my plans are. I'm pretty burnt out on FTL. I don't know if that means I'm quitting, but I'm really burnt out. It really depends on the success or failure of my search towards getting into a new career path, potentially. So, I don't have a good answer for people who are asking, are you quitting FTL? I don't know. I'm just trying to survive Christmas right now. Oh no, you don't have to overwrite gems, you just take them out. I would actually, if you have a support gem that you made and you end up not wanting to use it, just put it back in your stash. You might want to use it on another build or another skill. I'll show you my, here, let me real quick show you. I didn't hear from them still. Well, I applied to another one. I've applied to 3 different studios, 3 or 4 different studios so far. 3, 4, I don't know. I've heard from 1, and I haven't heard from 2 or 3. But I'm just going to keep applying. I mean, it's Christmas time. A lot of them might be out of town. And a lot of them might not have an internship program, so... So if you go to your stash, I bought a gem stash tab. I'm finding if you haven't bought any stash tabs yet, if you're early access in PoE 2, you spent $30. So if you go to the microtransaction shop, you actually will just have money. You'll have money from buying the game. So if you look at sales, look for stash tab sales. It looks like there's no stash tab sales right now. Let's see, featured packs. No, that's not. I did want to click on that. Shop. Look for stash tabs. You go to stash tabs. The most important one I'd say is a currency stash tab. Second most important, I'm actually really liking the gem stash tab. And so this is your currency stash tab, so it keeps all your currency nice and organized. And your gems, if I'm like on some other screen and I control click this currency will go into the gem one because I have it selected for gems here. And so that put my level 2 uncut sport gem there. So all these are gems that I've created on other characters of this character to try out and didn't work. So I'm like, I don't have an ability, I want extra 50% stun buildup, so I'll just put it back in here. So I have all these gems in here. And all these uncut support gems, these are what you'd right click and go to like fragmentation grounds and go to click the show recommended here and like find the scatter shot here that I was talking about. Yeah, spread my resume far and wide. That's what I'm attempting to do.
For what it's worth, it isn't worth.
Damn it, level 12. I need a level 13 gem. I can't learn the skill I want until I get level 13 gem. What is this? Damage penetrates fire resistance. Do I have any actual good gems? Magnitude of bleeding eye effect actually is pretty good. Critical hit chance. I'm not even using a focus, and I don't really care about crit, so I think I'd rather have... I'm using some fire abilities right now. What do I do? Right click that? There we go. Right click that. Jewel. There we go. That was weird that wasn't working. Okay. I don't really have amazing gems yet. I'll eventually probably need to check the... Oh, wait a second. Can I... Hold on one second. I bet you I can use some currency on these. If I do a Orb of Augmentation, there we go. Increased bleeding duration, nice. Actually useful. Stun buildup, okay. Those are actually useful. I don't know that I want to turn these into yellows yet, but there we go. Actual useful stats on those jewels. Very cool. And where am I keeping my other jewels? I had a couple. Critical chance for spells, increase cold damage. Alright. Draw all the money and wait for stash tab sale. Yeah, I got my gem stash tab when it was on sale the other day. I think the sales change every like week or so. So if you want to not get stash tabs now and wait till they're on sale, that's a good idea to do. Gem that speeds up grenade fuses, fast forward. Yeah, I'm using that on something. I thought. I think it's on my explosive grenade. Yeah, have fast forward on explosive grenade because explosive grenade's fuse is really long. I think I might use it on cluster grenade when I get it because I think it's a pretty long fuse there. Okay. Alright. How does the gem scaling work? Are higher level gems locked on higher character level? So there are tiers of loot. And when you go to a zone, monster level 50. So... Oh crap, this is not where I wanted to go. Crap, I think I used... So, you need the zone you be in to be at a certain level for it to drop certain tiers of items. So a higher level the enemies, the higher tier of loot they'll drop. So I'm guessing I probably need enemies at level 52 to drop level 13 gems, because the gem that I want, I needed level 52 to even use. I don't know if that's exactly right. There's probably a bunch of calculations I don't know in the background. There's also like a plus rarity stat. I have a feeling if you have a plus rarity stat on your gear that's high enough, enemies can drop even higher level things or something.
Ooh, sick.
I've been watching some YouTube videos where people are saying the rarity stat is overtuned right now. People are getting, when they're mapping, people with high rarity are getting too much better loot than people who don't have rarity on their items, so it's making rarity like a forced stat or too powerful or something like that. Rarity is busted right now. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing for people who are mapping. And in mapping, it gets crazy. Like, there's different tiers of maps. And I think the highest tier of map that drops is either 14 or 16. But to get the best loot in the game, you need the maps to have certain modifiers on them that add an extra level. Like, there's an irradiated map that adds a level and a corrupted map that adds an extra level. And then you need to use currency on the map thing that you have to make it go up another level. Because if you want to get level 20 gems, which is I think the highest level in the game right now, you need level 20 maps. So you need like a level 16 map with +4 modifiers to have a chance for level 20 gems to drop. It's a lot of crazy stuff in Path of Exile. The late game stuff is pretty involved. Which will eventually hopefully get there if I don't burn out. Or, you know, feel like my build sucks too much to have to keep restarting or something. You can also use an uncut gem to upgrade the level of your existing one. Or you can engrave a new skill. Yes. So if I have, like, Explosive Grenade is currently at level 9. If I use a level 12 gem on it, it'll upgrade it. I honestly probably should be upgrading some of my skills, but I've been waiting till I get Cluster Grenade, and I don't know why I'm waiting, because I have a lot of level 12 gems. I could level up all the gems I'm using to level 12 right now and be fine, I think. Tier 16 plus 2. Yeah, okay. So I guess level 18 is the highest number of maps, but to get like a level 20 gem, you need like really high rarity plus rarity while you're on a level 18 map or something like that. It's something crazy, I think. I wasn't sure the exact numbers because, you know, I haven't even started mapping, but yeah, that sounds right. And dying in a map in sequel destroys it. Yeah, I heard, though, that if you want credit for finishing the map, though, if you go to a map with another player, even if you die, if the other person finishes the map, you'll at least get credit for finishing the map. So that's something, I guess.
Gold is wasted on the rich. Breathe this in.
I hate those guys. Those guys, they hate you with that. They either, I think they're pinning you. They either pin or stun you. I'm not sure which, but I was getting hit by those guys a lot on my other character off stream. But yeah, Shogi, if you want to get on Discord at some point, I can, and you can share your screen. I can give you my ideas on how to make your build better. Or we can even do it on stream, although I guess you're probably working, so I don't know if we should do any gaming stuff with you while you're working. I don't know. What's up, Ramses? How are you doing, sir? Which builds am I running off stream? I started a monk, and I didn't like him. He felt too squishy. I started a warrior going for a thorns build, and he was tanky but did no damage. So currently, I went back to another mercenary, and I'm trying the Gemling Legionnaire version, And currently he's doing a lightning galvanic shards galvanic grenade build, going lightning full shock build, and he's pretty fun. Not great damage, but better than any other elemental ability I tried out. It's like a lightning shotgun build, which is pretty cool. How's the Caroling Madness? Almost done, Ramsey. Almost done. Cool. Nice, Shogi. That'll be fun. I mean, to me, some of the best parts of games like this are the theory crafting, so I would actually have a good time talking about builds and suggestions on how to make your build better. Not that I'm an expert, because, you know, I don't have my master's in PoE 2 yet. But I have got my bachelor's. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. The main build is still my best. I think so. But the lightning build I'm doing might get good. It's way more in early stages. And I don't even know if this is any good, but I'm learning stuff from my offline builds about how to spec too. Like I did some stat stacking early on the mercenary that I went Gemling Legionnaire on with the Jack of all trades node. So basically I avoided all nodes that weren't stats. I went all stats straight down over to this, which is increased damage per 5 of your lowest attribute. And I think it ended up giving me like 20% increased damage. It just wasn't that much. But you probably have to get really late game with crazy stat building items and stuff for it to get really good. So I ended up respecting to more of a lightning build on that, because I was kind of like going generic damage build to try out different skills. And of all the skills I tried, like the elemental skills, some of them were okay, but the damage wasn't great. The skill that I just liked the best was this galvanic
When you're dead.
bolts or rounds or something that are like these shotgun lightning
Very soon.
crossbow build. I might show it on stream later if people are interested to see what it looks like. Just show it real quick, see what the gameplay looks like, because it's pretty fun. Because it feels like I have an auto shotgun laying into dudes, where I place down a lightning orb that pulses every time you do a lightning damage ability. So I place down a lightning orb, then pop, 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 pop with these big shotgun of lightning things that chain, and it does pretty good damage. It's pretty fun. I still like my grenades better, but it's a fun off-stream build, and I've been, you know, building my experience of different abilities and tree choices. Preston Hollow Presbyterian? I've sung there before. They're a good church, I guess. Again, I don't go to church for the church. I go to church for the music, and their music's pretty good. Their director, his name is Greg Hobbs, is a very good musician, but when I've sung for him, he's always felt snooty to me. So snooty is the word I think of when I think of that church, but that's mainly because of their director of music. But they have very good music, and their preaching's fine, I'm sure. I don't. Music is what I care about. So. We'll get out of that.
Blind him!
Come on. Little shield thingy. Go away, shield. There it is.
Who's next?
But yeah, if you're just looking for a church to go to services, yeah, Preston Hollow Presbyterian would be a good one to go to, for sure. I think they were doing some renovations at one point, so I don't know how hard it would be to park there. I remember when, a number of years ago, when I was going there for rehearsals, parking was a pain in the arse. So I don't know if it's still bad or if they've... I think they were doing some renovations with a new parking garage, so hopefully that's done if you go there. Because it's crazy. In Texas, well, at least in Dallas, there are churches that there are so many people there. Basically, every church in the Dallas area that's semi-well attended has cops directing traffic after church because everybody's leaving or entering at the same time, and it's like an actual traffic hazard. So you got cops directing traffic for all these churches. Pretty crazy. And I'm sure Christmas Eve will be the same with all the services that'll be going on, all the different churches around Dallas. Who knows if Shogi's superior is watching Rand at the same time Shogi is. What a scandal, right? How did my singer friends like this year's Carol Extreme? Oh, they thought it was great. They all said it was a lot of fun. So, I mean, two of them, Julie and April, did it last year, so they kind of knew the drill, but Ron had a good time with it, too. So,
All I did was touch it.
all I did was touch it. This guy, I forget what he gave. What bonus this guy gave in the initial campaign. What do I get from this guy? Because I think he's a side boss. Is he a side boss? I'm not sure. Yeah, I think he's a side boss. Maybe? It's funny about the name Candlemas. Julie, the soprano from the stream, talks about she likes the lore behind Christmas and stuff, and Candlemas is apparently a thing that is like on the liturgical calendar that's like goes longer than Christmas or something like that.
Surprise!
Talks about Candlemas being a thing, and I'm not exactly sure what it is. Something to do with you have candles for remembering Jesus. I don't know. Everything's usually something about remembering Jesus or something. Or celebrating a saint or something. Alright, well my build is feeling really good right now. Cruel Act 1 difficulty is feeling strong. Oh, just straight up life increase. Nice. I go from 1216 life to 1313. About 100 life. Not bad, not bad. The mother-in-law is cackling over me calling Preston Hollow snooty. Okay. I mean, it's near SMU, and if you don't know anything about Southern Methodist University, it's a really good university, but to me it's kind of like Baylor University, where a lot of these like private schools that have a religious, like Methodist or Baptist, I always get a snooty vibe from those. You know, it's... No offense to anybody who goes to any of those places. I always get a snooty vibe from there. Your wife laughed at you for not knowing what Advent was. Man, I think that's like the religious term for Christmas season. It's Advent season. Oh yeah, there's for churches they have this whole calendar, like liturgical calendar they call it. You know, Easter and Christmas are two of the big things, but there's tons of stuff. Religion, especially if you're like in the Catholic Church, is super formulaic, dogmatic. scheduled out. It's all very well structured and organized, so. You need a degree in divinity if you want to understand the church calendar. Like, I need a degree in PoE 2 to know how to make a build. Well, it's kind of the same thing. But yeah, I really enjoyed the caroling stream this year. I'm hoping I'll still be able to do it every year. It just depends on how, you know, how things change with me attempting to make career changes. I just don't even know if I should be picking up blue stuff. Feels like not worth it. Like the currency for crafting in the game just doesn't drop enough for it to feel worth, unless it's a very specific item. I probably would pick up bombard crossbows because they give me an extra grenade projectile, and those I would maybe spend a couple of crafting mats on, looking for an upgraded weapon. Although it's probably just better to spend an exalt and buy one from some other player on the trading thing.
Try this on for size.
Man, I've almost got a whole level since I had the option to get cluster grenade, and I just haven't found a level 13 skill gem to get cluster grenade yet. Sad. I'm guessing the boss will give me one if I don't find one before then. Because they said they had designed the game such that there are certain checkpoints in the game where that will just give you a skill gem of this level or a support gem of this level, and there's probably a level 13 skill gem dropped from some specific mob or boss or something soon. I never grew up with any of that. It's all just made up book club to you. Yeah, church stuff is kind of just made up book club. But very holy made up book club. Very holy. Ow. And very serious to a lot of folks. That's for sure. One of the friends that I sang with yesterday, they just finished their Masters in Divinity. Masters in Divinity, which I'm not even sure what that means, but it's like how to be a preacher, I think, is what it is. Ooh, an exalted orb. Nice. Shogi will have to stop listening for a moment when I say this, but you don't care for Christmas songs, Ramsey says, at all. But listening to us was cool. You guys are certainly seem to enjoy the singing, and that alone made it more enjoyable. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, Christmas music isn't for everybody. It can be... Some people love it, but some people are like, yeah, Christmas music. Anytime it's on in the grocery store, can't wait till it's done. But I'm glad to hear that you enjoyed it. We try to make it a good time when we do our performances. You got the desired currency amounts you need to be mapping. Otherwise, yeah, your level and currency drops are pathetic, yeah. You're able to add scattershot to your build. Nice. And what skill did you put it on? Imagine if Tolkien had that serious of a book club. I don't know. Some of the people who are Lord of the Rings fans are about as serious as other people are about church. I mean, there may not be as many YouTube channels for Lord of the Rings as there are for religious things, but I bet for some people they are as important. The Church of Tolkien. I know Shogi listens to, like, Tolkien podcasts and stuff like that. He tossed on Frostbolt. Okay, is Frostbolt the one, the very slow-moving one? That's like an orb? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I was using it on. And I put firewall down and shot the frost orbs through there. That's what I did. You could also do, if you like lightning, you could do the tier 1 lightning spell. I think it's called it's not shock, it's like it shoots like a bunch of, like scatters a bunch of lightning things around. That's what I used at first. That was pretty good. But the damage didn't feel that good on that. The Frost Orb felt like it did more damage. Or Frostbolt, I guess it was. Sparks, that's the one, yes. I do like lightning. I wanted to do a lightning build, but none of the low-level lightning skills really did it for me. I really like arc. The arc skill in PoE 1. But in PoE 2, it doesn't feel like it does enough damage. I was thinking of doing a cast on shock arc. But cast on shock, you need to be like level 31, so I haven't gotten to unlock that yet. I'm hoping to do cast on shock, galvanic, shotgun crossbow shots that cast arc on shock potentially, or maybe the storm caller or something. There's some other cool lightning abilities. That's what I'm planning on doing, a cast on shock build with my galvanic. I kind of want to show my other build now. I might show it later on in the stream. Just to show the other build I'm currently working on off stream. Because I think it just looks cool to build. Oh, come on, shoot this. If I click on those, he walks up to them. I want you to shoot all those bottles. You do Ice Nova and Frostbolt, and then Cold Snap with Flame Wall. Nice. Cold Snap looks cool, too. I was wanting to do both Cast on Shock and Cast on Freeze. But it feels like I spread myself too thin trying to do both, so that's why I'm focusing on Shock on both. But Cast on Freeze Cold Snap looks cool, because Cold Snap, if you cast it on a frozen enemy, does a whole big chunk of damage, so... If I made it so that when an enemy gets frozen, they get cold snapped, I feel like that would be a really cool build. And there probably are some builds that are out there already that play around that mechanic. Spark's one of the most BS skills on Sork, huh? What do you mean by BS? Too overpowered? Or something? Or BS as in bad? Oh no, they pinned me! It's a stun, actually, I think. Those guys, that's the one I was talking about earlier. I hate that ability. Damn Iron Enforcers. Solid builds crap out 18 of those sparks, huh? And they bounce around and pierce too. Are there any joke builds that surprisingly work? I don't know. I haven't done enough builds to know. I don't even know what a joke build would be. I don't feel like any of the skills in the game are... Hinder Ori. This guy's freaking slowing me, damn it. Let's use our thing here. Slowing me and pushing me back, bro. Get blasted.
I'm down. Who's next?
Alright, well, there's another level, and I still haven't gotten my new skill yet. Alright, let's see if we get 3% more bleed chance again here. Does this go to 82? 81. So this like multiplicative, the 6% last time gave me 3% chance to inflict bleed. This 6% gave me 2%. So like it's diminishing returns on multiplicative percentage gains or something. I don't know. Again, it's math.
Yes, more. Don't stop. The beast hungers.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Alright, boss fight time. I am level 53 for a 51 boss. Let's hope he gives me a level 13 skill gem. A Fartmancer. What would that even mean? Like using poison abilities? I'm sure there's some good poison builds. But I don't know what a Fartmancer would even be. I know they're really good summoner builds. I've seen some like crazy fire summoner builds that are really popular.
Noose this time. I'll remove your head myself.
You could bloody well try.
Easy prey. You'll pay with your life. You will pay for that. First one's I.
Eat this.
He dodged. Oh, wow, that's a new ability. I don't think he did that ability. Holy crap. Oh, and I just walked into the ice. Oh, this is bad. That frozen lasts forever. Holy crap. Pretty sure that he did not do that ability before. That one where the blood shot out from the side from his charge. Oh god, get out of that.
Open the cage. Release the beast. Give me what you promised.
I think not. I expected so much more from you. Since you are too weak to do the job, I'll find someone who can.
Alright, phase 2 should be starting soon.
Manipulative whore. How dare
Manipulative. Oh.
you of the all I've given you.
Alright, phase 2, I think.
Chilling frost.
That should stun him.
Your pulse quickens.
Oh, what? The stun is like full. Oh, man. Jesus. I don't know what the tell is when he's going to appear. Okay, I think I need to just go to the opposite side where he went last time to avoid him. Nope. Nope. Ow. Jesus. You hate the a-hole with his damn wolves and their crappy collision. Plague Bearer is like that. It's an AoE poison cloud. It's super strong. Breathe in fart gas. Count schmuck. Plague Bearer sounds sweet. Yeah, there's so probably you probably want to play that on Ranger. Ranger has some really good bow abilities that do poison. Damn, that sucked. That was going really well, and then I can't ever tell which side he's coming from to dodge. I really hate his phase 2 mist thing. Like, does anybody know what the tell is when he's gonna come out? Because like it's such a twitchy response, and I don't know. There's no tell for it. Usually, you know, they have a charge up and then attack, and you can tell where it's gonna go and you can dodge it. But that he comes out of nowhere, you get body blocked, and I don't know how to tell where he's coming from. This thing is time based. He appears a second after the line ends. Second and a half. Alright, so I have to time it. So he says a word, a second and a half, I dodge. Later is what it sounds like.
I'll remove your head myself.
Keep away from where he went last time, you think. Okay.
Easy prey.
Nice. Early stun.
That will not go unpunished. You'll pay with your life.
Okay, stay away from that. That froze me forever last time I got hit by that. Okay, I got out of that time. That's good. Oh, and that thing like spreads slowly. I didn't realize that. Okay. That thing I feel like needs to be slower. Like I can never avoid that in time. Or I guess maybe I need more move speed. Maybe that's the issue. I'm not moving out of that fast enough because I'm just too slow. Need that 35% move speed or 30% or whatever from level 56 boots. Okay, that's phase 2.
Chilling frost.
Okay, dodge it that time. Okay, freaking missed. Okay, there he said his thing. Trying to dodge. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, the pushback on these guys effing sucks, man. Alright, spam this here. Nice, gets done, bro. Ah! I swear, I can't get out of that in time unless I'm just happen to be moving right as he does it. So fast. This is very Dark Souls music, too, which is great. Elden Ring music, whichever you want to say. Oh, I walked in the frost. No, not the mist. Yeah! Right as he was trying to go to the mist, I got him. Get wrecked. I felt like I culled him there or something. I don't know. The timing on the AoE slam is just too steep, you think? If you don't dodge one with precise time, you get slapped. We thought From Software had weird-looking bosses. Moon speed on boots helps too, but it's hard to get on first playthrough. Well, this is my second playthrough. Well, second. Okay, why are they talking over each other? Oh my god, their voice lines were overlapping. Well, I guess my first playthrough, but first time on Cruel. How many mouths do you have? Come on, skill gem? Oh, Lesser Jeweler's orbs are really good. Damn, still no level 13 skill gem, man. Am I full up on? No, I can take that. No level 13 skill gem. You saw my flask after you made the comment, Derp. Life would be good indicator too. Yeah. That's no big deal. I mean, it technically is my first playthrough in Cruel. So, you're technically correct, the best type of correct. But it is my second time to fight that boss on this character since, you know, Cruel difficulty and all that. I don't need good luck, I need frickin' cluster grenade. Where's my level 13 skill gem, bro?
This hooded one, we can find them.
Alright, let me disenchant stuff. 1462 removes life from mana. I hate that thing. I don't ever want that. There we go. Here we go. 1386 compared to 1022. And hopefully I can augment that and not take life from mana. Gain a charge when you kill an enemy. Honestly, I don't know that that's better, because this whole gain a charge per second is OP as hell. So. Oh, here's a Transcendent. Let's see what we get here. Same as I got this there. Recovery applied instantly, that's not great. I'm gonna keep this one. Let's keep some of my better old flasks, the ones that have gain charges, as hand-me-downs. My other characters I get, because during boss fights gaining charges over time is freaking OP. You started getting level 13 skill gems in Act 2 Cruel. Well, good, we're about to head there, so hopefully we'll start finding them pretty soon. What am I currently using for my charm? Poison immunity?
Be careful.
Probably should have had frozen immunity on there for that boss. What do I want? Charm Ice. Holy crap, a yellow chaos resistance one with lightning resistance, rarity, no life. That's really good. We got lightning and fire, cold. That one's got life. My best resistance is cold. So if I lose some life to gain some chaos resistance, is that worth? I lose like 40 life, gain 13 chaos resistance, and some lightning resistance. That might be worth. Give it a try. We can swap it out if I need to. Some pretty decent rings. Where am I keeping my Baria things? Here. What charm do I want going into Act 2? Is there a bleed resistance one? I don't even know. What do we run into the most in Act 2? Stuns, shocks, poisons. I honestly don't know. I'll just keep the poison one on for now. Your GPU is the only one that's flickering? Yeah, mine's been flickering. When I got to Act 3, Jeff, oh man, it was unplayable at times. It was like, while I was fighting, it was flickering. It was driving me crazy.
The trail of corruption leads east.
I have a friend who's sending me a new graphics card that will hopefully be a big upgrade that will hopefully help, but I'm hoping it's just a lot of it like the load screens on the map and some of the other visual bugs, that it's just because it's early access and they'll improve that. Do I plan to stream more this week? Am I too busy with gigs? Yeah, speaking of resistances, another penalty there. I will probably stream this on Christmas Day because I got nothing else to do on Christmas Day. My biggest gig day is tomorrow, Christmas Eve, and so if I don't have anything to do on Christmas Day, I'll probably stream. Your GPU flickers so bad in Act 3 Town, yeah. You're going to buy a new graphics card too? You're running a 1070, which doesn't cut anymore? Yeah, I think I have a 1060. And, you know, streamer privileges. I have a very nice viewer friend who's sending me their old 30-something series, I think, which should be a huge upgrade. You doubt the load screens will go, though? It loads fairly fast for you. It's just a fairly demanding game. Yeah, but why is there a loading screen for the map? Surely they can do some optimization that just looking at the map doesn't cause a loading screen. Surely. To me, that's the dumbest loading screen. I don't know if I've ever played a game where there was a loading screen when I pulled up the map. That, to me, needs to be fixed. That needs to be optimized somehow. They need to lower the requirements on graphics for a map or something, because a map loading screen is just the dumbest thing ever. It just doesn't make any sense why a map loading would cause a loading screen. That's a lot of dead hyenas there. You have 3.5k hours in PoE 1? Wow, nice. That the map loading drives you crazy too? Yeah, for sure. I'm a PoE 1 amateur. I never got past like tier probably 7 maps is probably the highest I ever got. But I'm hoping to become a PoE 2 more veteran, because I'm just enjoying this game so much more than PoE 1. Just the WASD movement just makes the game feel so much better. I can't wait till they add the other classes too. Like, I want to try trap builds. I was a huge trap player in PoE 1. Whenever I would do a new PoE 1 season, I'd usually try to do some sort of trap build. Funnily enough, my favorite ability in PoE 1 was probably Tremor Trap. The one that, like, thumps the ground. It's like a persistent damage thing that's pretty good, and you can buff physical damage and have pretty good damage on that. I hope they have... And I just like bleed. Like, just like I'm trying to do bleed grenades, I'm hoping I can do some sort of bleed trap build once they add traps, which I think will come with the shadow or the daggers or whatever. I think that's when traps are supposed to be added. 1060, my part picker, if my part picker link is current, it's time for an upgrade. Yeah, well, I bought that before, you know, all of the graphics card inflation because of Bitcoin mining, so Paul Mystikitis is sending me an upgrade, and I'm looking forward to that coming so I don't have to spend $1,000 on a new graphics card. I did spend $200 on a new SSD hard drive, and I think my loading screens are better than they were. You only have 1K hours in PoE 1? That's triple your mileage. Fact you stuck with it up to maps is great. PoE 2 is fantastic. So many pros, some cons. What game is perfect? Yeah. And I'm confident that most of the cons, probably not all of them, because I think some of the cons that some people are calling them are design decisions, will be improved as the game is developed. Things like gear drop balance, loading screens on maps, what else are the cons that a lot of people are saying? Crafting not really being that interesting or fun yet. Too RNG based. I don't know if their crafting will ever be great because of the way it's designed in the game. I said this last time I streamed. I think the best crafting system in an ARPG ever, at least the one that I enjoyed the most, was Last Epoch. And I don't know if the crafting's ever going to be as good in this game, because I think it's always going to be more RNG based. Unless they make some pretty major changes. You're planning an upgrade, you have the money, all you need is a bigger apartment, huh? Some cons are because the game is new, people forget they added skill gems for years in PoE 1, yeah. Yeah, that's true. I would say a con is that there's kind of limited skill choices right now, but I mean, there's literally half the weapons in the game that there's going to be on full release. So, that's just going to take time, content added. Just like we only have half the classes and a third of the ascendancies or whatever it is. Hope they rethink the damn support limits. That hurts. I don't know about that, Madman. I understand your point of view, but my point of view is, as they add more supports that give you more options, I feel like it'll hurt less. Right now, I feel like the reason that the supports hurt is that it doesn't feel like there's enough choices on the supports. Now, that might be weird to say when you right-click it and there's like freaking 100 supports or whatever it is, but I feel like you don't have enough options for all the different things you'd want to do. Like, I don't think there's enough things that adds shock chance or enough things that adds bleed scaling, and I'm hoping that that will improve as they add more skill gems, more weapons, more ascendancies, and more support gem options. Now, it already feels a little overwhelming for some folks, but I think the builds will be more customizable as they improve the support gem choices and numbers. That's my hope, anyway. Oh my god, I thought I dodged that. Nice, get stunned. You gotta stay at the bottom of the screen or else you get hit by all those projectiles, I think. cooldown on my flash grenade come up, and then I'm going to go E, spam flash grenades. Nice. Oh, I hit E, but it didn't go off. That was weird. Must have interrupted or something. You're dead. Get wrecked.
Here they come. This doesn't earn my passage.
Support gem. I need uncut skill gem, level 13. I want my damn cluster grenades. Be my first level 13 gem, and once I finally get it. I'm waiting for this the entire time, man. Passive tree in PoE 1 would help with those two things, shock and bleed, for example. If your PoE 2 tree isn't as good, and so far you agree, but the game isn't finished. Passive tree feels limiting. They want to make it so that you don't have to do a leveling build before you can scale in your endgame build. For now, it doesn't work like that for mercenary. Only 2 types of ballista gems. You are offended. Honestly, I think I like the skill tree, the passive tree better. I would agree that it is limiting because if you want shock and you're over here, you start. If you want to do like a shock build as a warrior, it's hard to get shock. If you wanted to do, what's up here? Is this like, if you want to do sorceress or witch and you wanted to do bleed build, all the bleeds down here. So I would agree it's kind of limiting, but I do like that you don't have to just get all life. I like that change a lot, so I think it does need some refining. I feel like I don't know, almost feel like there needs to be a way for, as a monk, so what is it, monk up here? As a monk, if you wanted to go a more strength-based slam build, there were easier paths to get to the other side of the tree. I think that's the thing I wish. I wish there were easier ways to get from one side of the tree to the other quicker. I think there should be gate nodes like PoE 1 Atlas Tree has. What's a gate node? Because I don't know if that was in the game when I played. Is it like a way to get from one side of the tree to the other? Yes! There it is! Okay. Now, one thing I haven't done much with gems is like quality and stuff. PoE 1, you could just go through the middle. Gateway connects left side to tree or right, vice versa. Travel between sides of the tree from one gate node to another. Huh. Did they add that in recent patches? Because I remember if you start as the Scion, you can kind of choose which side of the tree you could be on. I don't remember being able to go from one side of the tree really quickly, though. Atlas has had that for ages. Atlas. Are you talking about the Atlas tree or the character skill tree?
Never thought I'd work for the Merc.
It's only for the Atlas tree. Oh, no wonder. I never played since they added the Atlas tree. Or it got to mapping since they added the Atlas tree. Okay. That's why I don't recognize that. Yeah, well, I'm talking about skill tree, so I feel like I'm talking about different things than you then. Alright, can I do gem quality? I have 6 gem cutters. Does this work on an uncut one? No, I have to make it a skill gem first. Okay. So, well, I know what I'm getting. Cluster grenade. Let's learn about cluster grenade. And I'm pretty sure my face is going to be blocking this, so let's show it.
Cluster grenades spit out multiple smaller grenades when they explode. Cluster grenades spit out.
Well, that's a very
multiple
short
smaller
description.
grenades when they explode.
So it converts 20% of physical to fire.
Spit out cluster grenades.
Mini
spit out
grenades.
multiple smaller grenades
Converts
when they
40% of
explode.
physical to fire.
Cluster
14 grenades and a
spit out
Nova. Okay. Alright. Do I have a skill slot for it? I left one open, didn't I? I did not. So let's get rid of explosive shot that I'm not using at all. Although I might want... Oh, high velocity rounds? Am I using high velocity rounds? No, I'm not using these. Not sure why that was even on my thing there. You want that gate nodes from Atlas in the passive tree. You think that would solve a lot of problems? The video voice demonstrations is top tier quality of life, you think? Yeah. Alright, so for cluster grenades, I want payload is a tier 3, I think. Second wind gives me, because I think there's only one cooldown use. Do I have 2 cooldown uses on it though because of my speccing? Where am I gonna put this? I feel like I'm gonna lose explosive grenade for this, maybe. Where are you, cluster? Cluster, and let's put explosive grenade on T here. Not sure if I'm gonna use that or not. Okay, so I actually do have 2 cooldowns because of my passive tree. Okay. So do I want to take second wind? I think twice as many cooldowns. So do I want 4 flash grenades or do I want 4 cluster grenades? What's the cooldown on it? Flash grenade cooldown is 4 seconds. Cluster grenade is a 10-second cooldown. Okay. Scatter shot for sure. So we're going to take that off. Oil grenade. Then cluster. I definitely want to get an extra socket in this. Alright, so 3 sockets. What were the other ones I had looked at earlier? Second wind, scatter shot. Rupture. Fast forward. I want to go off faster. That's off. Yeah, because this 2-second fuse. 2.5 becomes 1.75. Okay, that'll go off a lot faster. I could try for 4 socket with Val. No, I don't want to do that yet. I know it's very RNG. I know that's one way you can try to get an earlier 4th socket, but I'm not gonna do that yet. What I do want to do is make a level 12 of some things. So I have a decent number of level 12 skill gems. So let's do our what's our main one? Flash grenade. Make that level 12. And poison grenade. Gas grenade. I want gas grenade upgrades too. I want it to break armor faster. And I also want to get the payoff. Long fuse is tier 3. Deep cuts I think is tier 3. Is exploit weakness tier 2 or 3? Exploit weakness. Okay, that's tier 3. So most of the flash grenade ones I put. Oh no. Oh, that's tier 2. Okay. All right. So I can, if I break armor with my poison grenade and then have my flash grenade hit for 50% more damage, I should get much bigger bleeds. Flash grenade. Does this work? Looks like it works. Okay, some people are aware. If experimenting with new sport gems, you recommend putting in your inventory a highlighter to see what skills it works for and what skill does not. I wish you could see before you cut the sport gem. You don't think it shows those. Yeah, that's something that would be a quality of life that would be better too. Crap. Put it in here. Exploit weakness. That's what I currently have in flash grenade. Lacerate, second wind, brutality. So I already have brutality, so if I take the bleed chance off, the bleed chance goes to 81%. Alright, 50% more damage. And if I understand correctly, more damage is the better version between more and increased, right? One is additive and one is multiplicative. I think more is multiplicative, so you want more damage on your biggest ability. And I think there was another one that had more damage on it. I was trying to get all the more damage ones. So like long fuse, 30% more damage. More magnitude of bleeds on deep cuts. Exploit weakness has more damage. Brutality is more damage. Heft is more. max physical. Okay, but I think a bunch of those are tier 3s that I don't have access to yet. So cluster grenade, I have fast forward and scatter shot. What's the bleed chance on this? It's the 81%. Do I want to put the bleed on this? Just make sure they all actually work with grenades. I think they do. I mean, I put it on there. And it wouldn't let me put it on there if it didn't do anything, right? If I do this... it's giving me more damage when I do that. I know that second wind works on that. Exploit weakness. What else was I thinking about on cluster grenade? Payload, second wind, scatter shot. I have fast forward. Is rupture or deep cuts available? Tier 2, rupture or deep cuts? No. Oh, I want to get the gas grenade upgrades too. Rupture, is rupture here? No, so rupture and deep cuts down here. Rupture, deep cuts, yeah. So a lot of the ones I want. Payload. These are tier 3, so I don't have access to that yet. You can put them on and them not work. You've already done that once, you think? Oh, well, that sucks. Okay, then what do I want to put on you? Maybe one of my gas grenade ones. I think I want to swap these out. Extra fire damage. Poison. Oh, I have this set as armor explosion. Okay, I think I want to get rid of these two. I want to get... On gas grenade, I want to get... Deadly Poison and Demolisher. Deadly Poison and Demolisher. This is on gas grenade. Yes. More armor break. Deadly Poison's a tier 3. Damn, okay. So I'm using gas grenade to break armor. You would have done is clicked all gems versus unchecking recommended. If you're on select a skill, uncheck recommended, all those are supported would be logical. Okay. What are the other ones I was looking at? More skill duration. Is break posture a tier 3? I don't have a lot of tier 3, tier 2 supports left here. I feel like clicking on this grenade and then unclicking show recommended is the correct way to do it, because this shows, like, I think it only shows things that work, I think. There we go. So I can do, when fully breaking armor, dazes them, which means if they're dazed, they'll get stunned faster. And I am doing stun buildup, so I think I do want that. Oh, that is what you're saying, versus clicking all gems. Gotcha, okay. So now, oil grenade. Cluster grenade. What do I want to put on cluster grenade? Since a lot of them are tier 3s. Can't do brutality because I already have a brutality. So I can have this just have the bleed on it for now. Guarantee bleed on cluster grenades. And then explosive grenade can get that. Oil grenade. What can I add to oil grenade? I don't think you ever break armor. Let me get like a tier 1 for oil grenade. Debuffs have increased slow magnitude. That's actually not bad. What else can we do? Oil grenade I'm basically using for Yeah, the exposure for fire damage. I think I just do the one that I recommended, which is slow them more. More slow is probably good. All right. Time to try out our new cluster grenade. Break armor with gas grenade. Cluster grenade, blow them all up.
I am a Sala, the Sekima.
I think there's a gem that can prolong armor break.
I care not where you came from. Remain a friend.
The armor break stays on pretty long because
So,
what I'm actually more concerned with is
for glory.
the armor break happening fast, not staying on long, because I'm firing grenades constantly. So as soon as the armor is broken, they're probably going to get hit by a flash grenade, which is going to remove the fully broken armor anyway. I don't feel like I need it to be on there longer. And yes, and that's what I've done. I've boosted the poison damage. Poison damage breaks armor. Breaks more armor. I don't have... Well, I can't boost the poison damage because I think I need deadly poison for that, right? I think the only poison boosting is deadly poison. Deadly poison... Unless there's another one that I've missed. I think deadly poison is the only one that actually increases poison damage, but maybe there's others. Yes, all right. I'm excited for this cluster grenade. I've been hyping it up this whole time. I finally get it. Let's see. Let's see. Hopefully it doesn't suck. It looked really cool when they showed it on the preview video like a month or two before the game came out.
Something's up.
The Halani gates are closed.
Yay for story, forcing me to just come here for no reason. Love it. What does it look like? Oh, that's the wrong one. Looks pretty badass. Looks pretty badass. I hope the damage isn't terrible. I hope the damage isn't terrible. It covers the entire frickin' screen, which is like the first ability that we've had that basically covers the entire screen. And now where I'm supposed to go.
The Halani gates are closed for the...
Just go here, I think. Yeah. Yay! My the guy who does the payments for our Christmas caroling gigs just said it. I'm about to send out payments, so I'm about to get paid. About to get paid. The reload on it is pretty slow. So I can't spam it quite as much as some of the other ones. But that's okay, I'm hoping, because I'm hoping it'll clear screens where I won't have to spam it. Ooh, baby. That's a lot of explosions. Talk about screen clutter, by the way. Yay for monetary influx, right? I'm not sure if it's actually doing very good damage right now, but it is guaranteed causing bleeds. The bleeds are not huge. I actually don't know that bleeding on the cluster grenade is going to be that good because it's a bunch of small hits, and bleed I think is best from a single big hit. So I feel like cluster grenade's actually better if you're going like fire damage, where it's just each little hit is buffed rather than, because you can't stack bleeds in this game like you can in PoE 1. I hope they at some point add bleed stacking, like what is it called in PoE 1? What is that? Explosive grenades are not all fire. They're like 20% and 40% fire. I looked at that earlier. Well, we're stunning this guy like crazy.
That's one down.
Who cares about damage and the explosion so satisfying? Well, you want that explosion to do a lot of damage. Explosive grenades are not 80%. Oh, wait. Explosive grenades. I'm sorry. I thought you said flash grenade. I thought you said cluster grenade. Cluster grenades are 20% fire, and the mini grenades are 40% fire. Explosive grenades are 80% fire. You are right about that, actually. It's not all fire, but it's almost all fire. It's pretty much all of it. You are technically incorrect. The worst type of incorrect. As we know from FTL,
Where'd I go?
80% is basically zero. God, we were blowing up the entire screen. Woo, baby. Man, I honestly, if this bleed thing doesn't work out, I might just have to respec the fire, because I have a feeling the cluster grenades is going to be insane with fire. I think there's a node that has bleeding magnitude when an enemy is hit with extra bleeding hits. Really? Bleed magnitude. Can you tell me the name of that? Because I would like that node if it exists. Empowered attacks aggravate bleeding. Magnitude of bleed. Or was it a support? I don't know. I don't know. You Google it and let me know, because I want that if that exists. I feel like I've been looking up supports and tree bleeding nodes forever, and I don't remember seeing one like that. But I definitely need it if that's a thing. Ziggy D was playing Mercenary, not sure which ascendancy, and doing huge DPS to bosses. No clue how much time it took him to get that strong. Yeah, I've watched some of Ziggy D's play. I don't think he's doing bleed. I'm pretty sure he's doing... I know he's doing my ascendancy. I know he's doing... At least I think he is. Witch Hunter, whatever it's called. And I think this No Mercy, more damage based on enemies missing concentration is going to be a huge damage buff, because it's more damage multiplier
Try this on for size.
when enemies have low health. So the lower they get, the more damage you do, I think. 0 chances bleed with the huge hits, but then again, you have no clue. You're talking out of your ass. Okay. Honestly, I wonder if there's a way to play cluster grenades with all these little hits as another build-up mechanic. Like build-up shock or build-up freeze or something. That would be cool. I don't know if that's a thing you could do or not.
Our people.
But I've been mainly focusing on buffing my physical DPS and damage, so I don't know if it converts to fire, so you could probably have it build. I bet you could have it build Ignite pretty well. I almost think that if I were playing this build min-maxing, what I would be doing would be going all in on, instead of bleed damage, on fire damage, because I think Ignites stack. Am I right about that? Let me check real quick. I can check that in just a second. I'll go here. I'll look up Ignite. Where's an Ignite node? Ignite. Does fire damage lasts 4 seconds. Fire damage from hits contributes to chance and magnitude. By default, 1% chance to ignite for every 4% of the target's ailment threshold dealt. Magnitude of ignite is fire damage per second equal to 20% of the fire damage dealt. Calculating using the final damage dealt. Not any modifiers. Magnitude is not further affected by any modifiers to the damage you deal. It doesn't say anything about stacking, so I don't know if any ailments stack in this game. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Ignite doesn't. The ailments are very different from PoE 1. I don't know if anybody's... Or at least the damaging ailments. I don't know if anybody's really figured out all the min-maxing stuff behind damaging ailments yet.
Choke on this!
You could be confused in talking about hits having a chance to aggravate bleeds, which multiplies the damage by 2. Still not as good as adding magnitude on a hit. Yeah. Well, one of the supports I was looking at on Cluster Grenade was making it aggravate bleeds. So that might be the one you're thinking of. Rupture. Aggravates bleed on stunned enemies. And I will be stunning with my flash grenade. I think that might be what you're thinking of, which I do have it listed. It's a tier 3 support. So I don't know what level I start getting tier 3 supports, but most of the supports that I looked at earlier are tier 3 supports that I want to get.
Another notch on me helmet.
With all your PoE 1 hours, you're still just a simple man. You like pressing buttons and watching bad guys go boom. Started getting tier 3 supports in Act 2. Oh, so I'm close to getting tier 3 supports? Nice. That would be nice. Of course, I'm going to need sockets for them, because... Of course, I do have some just kind of filling places right now. Okay. I like this build a lot. Even if bleed explosions aren't very good, just explosions in general are really fun. So, time for my break here. So let's see. Alright. We're going to GG Cookie time. We have the amazing Cluster Grenade finally available. Looks super cool. I'm going to GG Cookie time that. I'm going to have to use restroom. Y'all feel free to grab a drink, grab a snack. When we come back, we will continue to blow crap up and enjoy our time bleeding all our enemies. So, y'all enjoy chair or ad time. See you in a bit, my friends.